Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2 on the UK map. We're following our Grand Central train, which is one of our newest trains, the first Grand Central train to enter the map. There will be more being added, so that's going to be kind of cool because I really like the Grand Central Black and orange liveries. I think that's really cool, and it's a lot different from anything else that is way different from anything else that's sort of running in the UK. But this thing is sort of moving along fine. There is a freight train in the background heading somewhere. There's another freight train that's picking up oil and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I really do like this. So we are going to move on though, and we're gonna go and try and boost the food, or at least get some meat sent to that food processing plant at Inverness, and we'll get some more freight trains running and on the go. So we also need to send food out to Dundee, Perth and Glasgow. Those are the cities that will happily accept food. But the first one, right, so the first thing we need to do is get a train to deliver fish. Well, this train here, I think, will deliver fish. If we go to this and we go to manage line, let me see your cargo. Yeah, it will take fish. So if we send fish to there, this thing will take it. And this is in range of that. However, we need to get a truck that takes fish from here and sends it out to this, the meat processing plant. Without that, it won't really do anything. So let's get a road and connect that. I'd like it to be curved actually. So let's try that again. Yeah, curve you, and have them enter the roadway just there. Now I need a depot. Now it needs to drop stuff off and pick stuff up. So I think for this we can just make it a sort of small. So this is cargo station, small city, medium. I think we'll go with a medium one. We'll spin it round and we'll have that go into there. Right, perfect. So that is at least one. Now on to the next. So the next one we'll have to, or we need to create a line. So we're going to have to go from there, yes please, and then go there, yes please. Now there's a lot of mail sitting waiting here. 23 and 10. I think there's only one vehicle on each. I think it should be okay. I think it's prioritizing food first, which is good. We've got this line up and running now. This is a road transfer route, so this will be RDT fish Inver to Abbey. So that is that. I need to colour it green as well because it's a road transfer route. And I need to get a vehicle on there. Now I think it's probably better to launch it from here, possibly. Yeah, it can come down this way. I'll maybe just add a little street. Why is there two of these? Medium street, no trees. Is that a thing? When did that become a thing? Okay, cool. I mean, I quite like the trees, but not every street on the planet has trees on it. I know this because the house I grew up in for most of my life did not have trees on the street. However, the street up from the street I lived in did have trees actually planted at the side until their roots sort of became a problem. They started pushing up through the pavement, through the sidewalk, and then they were systematically deleted one by one. So maybe not so great an idea to have the good old trees on the street. Right, so we need a cargo vehicle. There is in here refrigerated reefer trucks, right? So we'll get one of these and we'll set it on the line. We'll get a Scania first, and then for the meat we'll get something else, or it just will be meat once the fish and the cows are processed. Fish inver. Now I'll be adding a few of these, right? Because this can take fish over, right? And then it can take meat back. Now, what we're going to have to do is find some sort of dramatic way. I mean, how far does this go? This will go all the way up here. So it's kind of close. However, I think we're going to need to do something like add possibly a drop-off over here, and then have the trucks, have another truck come round and deliver this. I don't think we are going to be able, I mean, it can go back out this way, it can go in a loop. I think going in a loop should be better. Buildings, or do I just place somewhere for it to actually drop stuff off? What's the smallest? Will this small Kajuger fit in here? No, it's going to collide with the railway. Can it fit over here at some point? I mean, we could probably place it like here. It's slightly far away. Some of those houses are in the way. But we'll place that there, right? And that's still in range of that. So we're going to need a little loop line. We may have to place some waypoints, but you're going to go from there to there. Right, so it's trying to go in and go background. In fact, that is fine. We can leave it as is. We'll change it to green, and we'll change this up to RDT meat Inver. Now, so it's staying in Inverness. It's not going between another city, so that is fine. Now what do we need to do? I think now that we've got at least that truck running, we'll push play, and then this will give it a chance to say, hey, we want either livestock or fish to come over here. Now I am going to change this because it will try and pick up mail and stuff. We don't want it to do that. So Avimore transfer, you are going to load up with fish, which I can't find. Right, fish is there. So load the fishies only, right? And then unload meat only. Right, so that is now set up. Now I was wondering how I was going to get the livestock from over here down to there, and I think it's going to be have to be a case of getting a terminal freight station in here, and then bringing it out, bridging it over, and then joining it onto this, which will prove challenging in its own little right. But what I need to do as well is set up fish farm from here to deliver fish, possibly to this. I may even deliver it to that. I think this is potentially closer. No, I'm going to deliver it to that. So let's start a new line, please. So I want you to go there, and I want you to come out and deliver stuff to there. You are currently brown, but you need to be green, and this will be RDT fish. Fish what? Abs. Because it's staying in sort of Aberdeen. Right, I now need a depot. Now I think I've been launching trucks from the depot way at the back there, but I'm actually going to build one over here. I think it makes more sense. Right, so let's Try and squeeze you in there. This is a tram depot. Tram depot. You are a tram depot. Let's get a road depot, please. Place that in there. There's our little plane taking off. 91 people want to use this. Okay, I know. I think I have like an aircraft that I should probably put on there. Right, do you have any reefers in here? No, tankers, box. Right, so we'll go with a man, right, and we'll also go with a Scania reefer. And we'll set them both on the RDT ABS. Fish line, so fish, ABS, away you go. Right, now this train that is heading up to Inverness should pick up excuse me, should pick up fish as well. Where am I going? Right, I want to see exactly how I'm going to get this meat from Wick down here. Right, now what one would like to do, now I absolutely hate doing this and normally I would advise against it. In fact, there may be another solution. It would mean extending this bridge even more so. I'm quite happy to do that. Right, so you come out to there. You come out to there. Now, instead of doing a wacky bridge over that line at the sort of Elgin area, what I'm going to try and do is take this round to a point. Right, we're getting a collision. Right, we're not getting a collision there. Now, I would like to possibly tunnel under all of this and then head out that way. Now, I don't think, because there's already a tunnel here. Yeah, you're trying to go up, try to go down, but without hitting this. Yeah, it's hitting that and then it's going down. So it's kind of no bueno. It's not good. Okay, maybe have that come round. Have this come down. Right, and see if this will tunnel. No. Don't snap that. Right, it is underneath, which is fine. I've stupidly placed that. No, we're good. And then I need you to start heading up. Where do you breach? Right, the breach is over here, which is right next to this. Okay, right, now the plan is to try and squeeze. Go to this, right. I'll maybe make this a 2. How long do I make this? Probably not that long. Yeah, Catanari, no. We've got a rather ridiculous amount of stations with Catanari already in the game. Yeah, I'm only going to make this a 160 because I think it's going to be quite a small train that goes around here. Now, I want you to come out in case I need to do this another way. Alright, pull you out to there. I'm going to pull this one out to here. I've not left any room for a diamond. That's okay. And then, yeah, spin that round until it hits this. Now you're trying to... Whoa. Whoa. Easy, tiger. Where is the end of that track? Right, this is trying to do something madness. I just want you to sort of go there. And it will. Okay. Mission accomplished. And then go out to there, and then you're going to bridge along here. Whoa. Okay, it doesn't look, it looks like it didn't really like this section up here. No, it's all good. We are all good in the hood. Right, so now we can get stuff done. Now, we want more grain to go to Aberdeen. Now, I could send it by ship. I could build this over this side and send a ship over here and then send it by truck to that. Or to this, the Aberdeen Bread Factory. But I think it's going to be cooler to sort of do it by train. Now, we've got plenty of room to unload stuff over here. I'm not massively impressed with this bridge. So if I can make that better, I will try. Yeah, hold on, right? Yeah, that's slightly better, right? Or is it exactly the same? Who knows? Pull you up. Pull you up. How about that? Looks okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Potentially I'm going to bring this round as well. Connect you up. Why the hell not? Right, now I need a building. I want a freight building. By era. Yes, please. I'm going to make this soil. Yeah, so they're going to come in. It's going to be like a little... There we go. Right. And then I'm probably going to have to extend this potentially. So let's configure it. Let's give it some cargo platforms. I quite like... I maybe should have made it wood since it's a farm. Possibly. That'll be fine, I think. Give it 2nd Street access. Yes, please. And then we shall connect it up to here. Right. And away it can go. Now this can be grain here. We can offload it here so that this is sort of ready. I'm going to push play because I want to see if fish will actually be delivered to Aberdeen. It should be. It shouldn't be an issue. I am going to need a grain train to come out here at some point. Right, the road vehicle depot is there. That's nice. Add a new line. So it looks like I've got line 1 set up for something I've not named yet. But 1 and a droit. Right, it's going around there. That's perfect. You are a road transfer line, so you are RDT grain wick. Right, excellent. Now, so that is fine. The depot is over here. Right. For the moment, we'll get a tipper. We'll get one of these, and then we'll mix it up, and then we'll get one of these, an open top. This takes grain. The flat, what do you take? Interesting things, okay. Right, so we'll get one of these, capacity of 16. We'll let it run around, and then when we need more, we'll add different trucks. RDT wick. So this is going to be down at the bottom. Actually, it's grain wick. There we go. Right, so it is on its way. Now, it's not going to take anything because there is nothing available to take grain back to Aberdeen, which is fine. I also want to find out what line 1 is. Newcastle to Hull. So this should be RLP New Hull enter, right? And then I'm going to find it in here. There it is. And I want to recolor that as red. Okay, perfect. Right, go back over here, check and see if this is actually working. Yeah, there's 11 fish. Did you actually get fish? No, you're still taking 12, 8, and 50. Okay, I'm assuming it'll get fish eventually, but I need something. So there is, yeah, RLF, ABS, food to wick. Right, now I can add a train on that line, and it will take grain back. So we don't even need to create a new line, I can just add it onto this. It might be slightly confusing later. Hey ho, that's what. Love a bit of confusion. The fourth raider. I might use that. Freightliner, racing green. Cargo. Maybe give this something like 100. Or is there something that takes all cargo? Let's just check. Now, that's a lot of stuff, but it's not everything. I don't think there is an all cargo freight wagon, if you will. These are coal. These are also coal. Okay, so I add these. I'm only going to give it a capacity of 160. 160 is fine. Right, buy that. Set it on a line. Now it's RLF food to wick. If we join it, food ABS to wick. Now if we join it onto this, right, even though it's not taking food or anything, we should still get grain deliveries up at good old Wick. That should still be a thing. So these trucks are doing just fine. You are going to be upgrading soon, which is nice. There we go. Now this should really be down beside the fourth raider. Alas, it's not. It's up at Aberdeen. Oh well. We can maybe add another fourth raider down beside Edinburgh. Now, what were you specifically? Your food ABS to wick. Okay, so you're gonna get stuck behind this train that I've just launched. Well, that's my bad. It's okay, actually. It's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. You are also taking bread and meal to Inverness. So I'm only doing like 53 miles per hour, which is pretty slow. Oh well. Right, so there's no fish here yet. There's no meat being delivered yet. We will have to get grain transported from here down to this. Now I'm thinking about bring that out to there and then upgrade all of this. Get rid of this nasty dirt road. I suppose the dirt road looks quite nice. We can definitely add like more industries or something up to here. It looks like there were industries up here at some point. But yeah, this livestock farm. Now, do I want to send this by truck or train? Now, it's going to have to be truck because we're going to have to throw something that's all cargo. Because we're going to want to take grain down and then cattle back. Which is fine. Now what I may do is go to this and configure it. Miscellaneous, give it something there, right? And then we're going to add a bit of street down this end. I'm kind of hoping that that is connected. It looks like it is, so that's fine. And then we're going to add a delivery point to this. I would like to connect it back up to that bridge. Can I actually do that? It's gonna look kinda weird. How weird? Like really weird? Livable weird? See, I'd like that. Right, hold on, push pause. Sorry truck, I'm gonna delete the for the moment, right? Bring that out there. Yeah, this might be like too much slope potentially. Alright, I kinda... Wait, where does it not look weird? Not anywhere, really. Okay, hold on. Right, so some of these houses are gonna go. Okay, that's not... That's not the way. This is the way. As they say in the Mandalorian. Right, so it can now sort of go over that way. Okay. I'm going to actually place a crossover here. Because not every bit of track in the UK has a bridge over it. Some of it has crossovers. Now that looks positively hideous. Where are you going now? Right, you are gonna... Yeah, it's turning round. Good for you. Good man. I then want a little delivery point. Right? Little delivery point. Okay, go there. Since we've clearly made it too close to the station. We then want livestock over here. I would like to upgrade this road as well, but now that I've added it... No, it's fine. It actually did let us do that. That's perfect. Now, this is a cargo station. Is there anything... Yeah, like... I'd love to change that to dirt. I mean, can I change the... This is the only thing we can really change. Yeah, change that to dirt, right? Have that go in there. Well, maybe we'll extend this out a bit, but I want to see if we've got any new buildings. I mean, we've got these, right? I feel like a couple of them there. We could say like they're barns or something, and then maybe add a couple of them there. Oh well, it is what it is. It looks kind of weird, but it's okay. Street access, yeah, I'd like it to come in this way and then go back out that way. There's a Volkswagen Transporter. Eliza Wilson. Are you going to let me... Is it going to automatically place the second street connection after this autosave? It did! Magical. Well done, game. I am proud of thee. Right, let's go. So, this is going to be a three-pronged attack, basically. So, it's going to go... New line, it's going to go there, pick up grain. It's then going to go here, drop off grain. And then it's going to go down there and deliver cows. It's going in and turning. Do I want it to go in and turn? You know what? We don't really... It's not too big of an issue. So this is RDT. Grain / livestock. And we're in Wick. We are in Wick. Excellent. Okay. That's good. I am going to set this up though, right? So, manage line. At Wick Annex, right? You are going to load grain. And then you are going to unload nada. Inverness Exchange, you are going to load livestock. You are then going to unload grain. No, that's stone. Grain. And then at Stanley Road, you're going to load nothing. And you're going to unload livestock. Right, so that is basically set up. The only thing it needs to change is the colour. So we'll change the colour up there. And then I need a vehicle that takes all cargo. Now, there is... I thought there was a livestock truck in here. These do take all cargo. Container, flat, 32 compartments, flat, grain, logs, steel, open top, reefer, tank N. No, there's no livestock truck. See, this is a grain one, like a grain silo one as well. That's kind of cool. I would have liked to have used that. This also takes grain. Is there a livestock truck in here? No, I'm pretty sure that there is one. There's maybe not. The MAN F2000. It doesn't matter because we can't really use a livestock truck. It needs to be all cargo. Right, all cargo, 25 compartments. Let's buy you. Set you on that RDT grain / livestock. Right, so that is going to head out. There is 22 grain waiting there, so I think we'll get another truck. So what we'll do is we'll go down the list. So there's grain, 32 grain. Buy. Set you on the singular grain delivery for Wick, Grain Wick. There we go. This thing looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's got grain on the back. So this is probably the cleanest way to transport grain. That way it's not exposed to the elements, it can't get wet, etc. I mean, if you're using one of these, tanker, tipper, see that takes grain, but you'd have to have a cover over the top. So, I mean, I once was working at we had like gear that was getting loaded in this distribution. It was like a distribution for trucks, like something like this, like a depot for trucks. And then there was like a grain truck. A truck came in with grain and open top, and there was like guys jumped up, climbed up the top, and then they had like this pole, and what they were basically doing was they picked out 3 dead birds. Don't know how they got in there, but they surely got a decent feast of grain before realizing that they couldn't get out and they died. And I was like, oh, yuck. So it was pretty minging. It wasn't very nice. It's like, oh, it's like, what's in that truck? Like waste or like rubbish or something? It was like, ah, grain. I was like, oh no. It wasn't even grain. I think it was barley or something. It was like barley seed. I was like, oh wow. I was like, oh well. But it happens. You do get that, especially with open tops that have got covers or tarpaulin covers that go over the top. The birds can get in, and for some reason they can't get out. I don't know if birds are smarter than like flies and bees and wasps, because when you've got a fly in your house and you open every window in the house, instead of going down and out the bottom of the window, it sits at the top and then flies into the glass, and it's like, why are you so retarded? I was like, just go down. If you go down, you'll get out. Freedom. Into the fresh air, out to the open world. But no, they just sort of sit at the top of the window and then fly into it stupidly, and then they're just there forever until they die. You come back a few days later and there's like a dead fly carcass lying on the windowsill. It's like, why? If you'd just flown down, you would have got out. But yeah, I think birds are the same when they get trapped in like trucks and stuff. They got in, but then they can't remember how they got in, and then they can't get out. So this will actually take grain. 16. Ooh, that's not exactly record breaking, but it's something. Right, we are apparently going to be dropping off livestock here, but there's no livestock train that yet goes to Aviemore, so let's do that. Now this is signalled up until this point here, and then we're going to have to change it up. So you stop there, you stop there. I just want a small-ish train for this. Now that here is pretty awful, if I do say so myself. Right, make sure, yeah, see there's a bit of track in there. Right, that's quite bad, actually. I did not realise that it had done that. For sure I thought it would have been like, oh no, this track is unbuildable. It seems to do that. It seems to be like, there are parts of the game and it's like, it's like so easy. Like, add in a bit of track here and the game will go, oh no, too much slope, too much curvature, something is in the way, uneven terrain, blah blah blah. But then it'll go and do complete nonsense, like phantom merge two sections of track together. Now I'm actually going to bring this out here because I think maybe, possibly, splitting it off before the bridge starts is possibly the only way we are going to be able to combat this. Now, it should probably be a better idea to give this some sort of direction of where it needs to or wants to go, or where we want it to go, and then connect up to there. Right, that is dodgy as all hell, but it's okay. It's a lot better than the nonsense it was trying to create previously. And then connect you there. Okay, and then we'll get some signals just in here, and then we shall have to create a diamante. I'm gonna create the diamond in this flat section right here, and then I'm gonna do the same at the other side if I then want to push meat or have another goods type come in here. And then we'll do that and that. We'll place, we'll get the diamond in there. It's not connected to anything yet, so it's not super important. But we want to go a new line from there. And then we want to go over here and utilize this unused platform. Right, it looks good. Just have to make sure it's taking its bridge. It is, because it may have, well, no, this is the only way it can get in. If I had maybe connected this line here up to this main line here, then it would have given the game the option to say, hey, go all the way around here, go in Aberdeen, turn around, come back out, come out there. But it can't do that if it has only one option, which is nice. Okay, so that looks all good, so we'll just paint that orange now. We shall rename it as Rail Freight. Now it's livestock. Livestock we're doing here. Livestock. Wick to Aviemore. Okay. Now there is no meat processing facility in Aviemore, or at least not one that I'm aware of. I've been there many times. There might be one near Aviemore, but there's definitely not one in one. There's not one in Aviemore. There are a hell of a lot of whiskey distilleries in that sort of region. You can do the good old whiskey tour. Just make sure you've got a designated driver. What's in here? I've got some rail freight distribution, unbranded. Now I was saying this has DB Schneckers, DB Schenker. So that was my bad. It's like for a whole episode I was like Schnecker, it's Schenker. Right, I'm actually going to use a couple of these, and I like these tinsel. Where's the tinsely versions? There they are, tinsely green. I'm going to add one of these. Do I want two? I kind of do. And have them both facing that way. Waterman Railways, yeah, we've used the Pete Waterman trains. Technical Systems. Red Soul Bar, nice. London Transport, maroon. Tinsley Green, modern. Tinsley Green, so is that like a Christmas train? Hope Cement. We've not got the ability to make cement, unfortunately. I think someone modded it recently, or I think there were some cement tanks made that possibly carry commats or stone. Because the problem is with cement, cement needs to be agitated constantly, or obviously it sets. So concrete and cement are both the same. If it's being transported, if it's being pre-mixed and then transported, it must be kept moving all the time. That's why you see cement mixer trucks. You see the drum, and the drum is turning on the back constantly to keep the cement moving. If it's left untouched, or if it's left still for any length of time, depending on what the length of time is, offshore they use different cements. Like, you can use cement that's triggered by time, a certain amount of weight, heat, for example. Offshore it's mostly heat. So they take the temperature of the well where they want the cement to set, and then you mix it so that when it gets to that certain point and it reaches that temperature, it goes. You normally pump it and then push water or something else behind it, normally a spacer fluid, and that pushes it down to the section of the well where you want it to go. And then, because the temperature matches, if you've mixed it correctly, the temperature of which it's cement should match the temperature of that section of the well, and then it should set, therefore causing a plug or whatever it is you're wanting your cement to do. So there you go, there's a lesson. And I think the modded wagons for the cement modded wagons that were in, they look pretty cool, and they definitely are. They're like tanks. They're like two tanks sort of put together, but inside there would be an agitator, paddles that go around and keep stirring the cement, so that during its journey it's never left standing still. If at any point the paddles fail, or like if your cement mixer or whatever just stopped working, then you need to remove it quickly and either dump it or send it to waste, because you don't want it sitting inside. That's normally classed as like a loss of equipment, because you have to then sort of needle gun or drill it out, and it's a real nightmare. I've actually seen firsthand like pumping units and tanks that have been fully cemented up lines. It causes a huge disaster. It's not going to make anything blow up or anything, but it's normally a total loss of most of the equipment that is affected by it, because you need to get that cement out, or concrete, and once it's hardened, That's going to be super hard to do. So, but the mods look really cool. I've yet to investigate them, but I'm pretty sure they will transport something like stone and or con mats. That would sort of make sense. Now there is nothing really here that's sort of livestocky-ish. That takes 20. That takes 25. I think we'll go with that. That does take livestock. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think maybe 80. I don't think it's... I think we'll make this a smaller train. I don't think it's particularly going to get like a huge amount of livestock. At least not in the beginning. But livestock wick to Aviemore. Right, so you shall now be a thing, my friend. Let's have a look at the Tinselly Green. I've just hit the 3x speed button there. There's no point because it doesn't work. Right, so there is. It's just got the British Rail logo on it. There's no sort of writing, company name or anything, which is totally fine. There we go. We've got our... Is this... No, you just arrived, right? You picked up that 16 grain. Good for you. Now the thing is... Let's check down here. Right, so there's nothing yet. So it's basically as if this train still hasn't existed. It needs to go here first, at least. I think in Transport Fever 2 you had to have vehicles go to one station and then another before it realised, oh wait, you need this good, and then it would start pushing the good out. Now I think it just has to go to one. I'm pretty sure. I mean, if we go to consumers, it should be only the Aviemore meat processing plant. Yeah, so it's picked it up. It knows that now. What do you have? 79. Excellent. You are the food truck. So this thing might actually get a full load. Or I think it's prioritising it sort of half and half. Half meal, half food. It looks like that's what it's doing. Which is not a problem. It's not an issue. Right, so this grain truck is already better. That's delightful. Yeah, we've got this on 3x speed. And nothing's happening. Also... Is double speed making a difference? It could be that because these are in the depot, they are limited to 9 miles per hour. But it looks like it's not really doing anything. No, it just 1 time speed in 2010. I'm not sure if that is actually a factor in the game. That it maybe cancels 2 times speed and 3 times speed. You do have trains, especially your Chinese and Japanese high-speed trains, that do phenomenal speeds. And maybe if they were going at full steam and you hit the 3 times button, I think the game would really struggle to try and... Even if there was nothing else on the map, if you just had one city with a station... or 2 cities with a station between it and then run it at 3 times speed with a super high speed train, I think the game would still struggle hugely to factor that in. Possibly, I'm not sure. I mean, there's not been really anything from the Transport Fever devs from Urban Games for a while. No more new patches or anything, which seems kind of weird. Right, you take all cargo. So I want another one of you. Alright. Go with the man truck first. And then set you on that livestock route. So RDT, grain and livestock. Perfect. And then I'll let that move off. I then want one of these open tops. Buy it. I'm going to set you on the standard grain line, because it looks like that is picking up as well. RDT. grain wick. I mean, 3 trucks for that should be fine. Even if this starts going into overdrive, because the trucks are bigger and they move faster, it's not like early game when you need like 50 horse and carts just to transport, well, 41. Each would carry 3, and by the time they got round there, the other half would be on their way back. Yeah, you don't really need that sort of late game, which is nice. Now, is me livestock farm giving me livestock? It is, and they come in these little silver containers. Look at it. It's cool. There's no cow or sheep or chicken or whatever it is. Maybe these are something like pigs because they're smaller and then they get upgraded to cows. Or this is like really high. It's maybe horses. Or the good old. Well, who was it? Was it Tesco's or something that had some sort of horse meat scandal? I think was just completely rubbish or something. I can't remember. I know in the last couple of years there definitely was a supermarket that had some sort of, it was like, oh, here's your pork sausages, and some lab got a hold of it and they were like, oh no, this is horse meat. And it's like, oh, lots of people were severely disgusted, as you would be if you found out you were eating something that, well, wasn't what you thought it was. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to really like scampi. So scampi is like it's like prawn tails or in batter or prawn. I can't remember. I've not eaten it in a long time. But when I was a kid, my mother told me that scampi was chicken. They were just chicken nuggets. And then even though while I was eating it and it tasted different and I actually liked the taste of it, once I eventually found out, like a year or so later, that it was fish, and I hate fish. I'm the only person in my family that detests fish. But yeah, once I realised what it was, yeah, it was no bueno for me. I stopped eating it. I think I didn't speak to my mother for about 6 months. I was just a kid. I was so upset that I'd been lied to. It was the lie that got me. But yeah, once I realised it was fish, for some reason I stopped eating it. And then when I was older and I started working sort of offshore, like especially in countries like Norway, and Friday is Fish Friday. So they have this massive setup in the galley, and it's mostly all fish. Now, if you don't like fish, you're going to have a bad day. On Thursday, I would actually get up. If I was on day shift, I would get up at 12 o'clock at night and then go to the nighttime meal and eat. Even though I wasn't hungry, I would just eat because I knew the next day was going to be Fish Friday, and then I would be sort of limited for choice. There is salad bars and cold meat. You can make a sandwich, a toasty. But yeah, Fish Friday was no use for me. And then I sort of bit the bullet, and then one of the rigs I went on had scampi, and I was like, right, I used to eat this when I was a kid. I liked it. I almost stopped liking it because I found out it was fish. It was more of a mental thing, like a mind game. So I started eating it again, and now I'm fine. Right, there's a lot of stuff waiting here. It's 126 fish. I'd fail to believe that. Holy crap. Okay. Oh no, it's that looked like a lot, but it's only 30, and this holds 32, so that's good. But what I need now is this train. I might have to add a second train to go a Wick, which is odd, because I've just added that grain train. Where are you? You're heading for Aberdeen North. It's got a capacity of 200. Okay, well maybe stop telling this to bring mail and just have it bring... In fact, we'll leave it. We'll see how it gets on. It might be fine. I'm just sort of happy that this is all working now. I mean, this has obviously had a delivery of fish. So now the meat truck... Wait. You're trying to bring 7 meat back. No. You can bring 7 meat back, but all that means is that the Wick train, the Aberdeen Wick train, picks it up, brings it to Aberdeen, drops it off, then the train that goes from Aberdeen, Inverness, brings it down here, when it could just go on a truck and go down there. Okay, let's change that up then. So, managed line at Aviemore or Wick West. Right, at Wick West, you're going to pick up livestock and you're going to unload nada. And at Aviemore, you're going to load nothing and you're going to unload livestock. Right, I've done that correctly, right? Aviemore halt, Wick West, yeah, okay. So that should disappear and it should go over here. I did put a truck on here. It looks like it has picked up fish. I don't know if there's any fish waiting here. There is. There's 64. Probably going to need a second truck on here. I would like this to take meat back. Right, there's no vehicles on the meat line. So that's probably an idea. Getting that rolling. Now the depot is over here. Yeah. That's okay, it can nip round there. So that was my bad. Get me a reefer truck. Buy it. Set it on a line. RDT Inverness meat, right? Which is down. Meat Cut Meat Inverness. Right, you need to go because this is not working now. If that's the only sort of thing I screwed up, then we're doing pretty good. Yeah, so you've got 32 fish, but there's another 32 waiting there. Give me your deets. Right, you're the man, reefer. And what we shall do is we'll go up to Aviemore and we'll get a Scania. Scania reefer. Set you on the Fish, Inverness, Aviemore. Off you pop, my friend. Excellent. Right, we shall leave it there for that episode. I don't know where my little tinsel train is. Ah, you're heading back to Wick. There should actually be stuff waiting there for that, which will be nice. But we shall leave it there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there is more you would like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. I've been Danny Boy, this has been Transport Fever 2 on the UK map, and I will catch you later.